Hey, what's crackin', peeps? I'm glad to see you back for episode 1 of our new map making series. I am so sorry to say it, but we are discontinuing MC Party just for a couple reasons. One, mainly because just the idea of making 20 or even 30 minigames, putting it inside one map, super difficult and very time consuming. For my schedule that I was in 6 months ago, a year ago when I started the project, I knew it was going to be a large project. I didn't know how large of a project it was going to be. And I don't know, just over time and between all the circumstances, I lost interest in the whole project. But now I'm back with a new idea. This map making series, this season is going to be all about making a single player adventure map. And let me tell you, from what you can see on the screen right now, this adventure map, in my opinion, is going to be one of the best ones released this year. So let me get into it and explain it for you. So this whole map is heavily based off the ancient story of Spartacus. So if you guys don't know about Spartacus, Spartacus was a slave in ancient Rome, and he was so fed up with the unfair work conditions that he was given that him and a whole bunch of other slaves chose to gang up to form a rebellion and actually overthrow a large part of Rome. And this is a story, of course. It didn't actually happen. But so what happened was they ganged up. They were super powerful, tens of thousands, I think even 100,000 strong were their numbers at one point. But then what happened was they had integral problems between Spartacus and other leaders in the group, and that caused difficulties. Eventually, the whole slave rebellion split up in half. They were both defeated, and then it was just kind of a lost cause in this little blip in Roman history that the story tries to develop. But luckily, our story isn't going to have such a negative uh, ending. It's not going to end sad, it's going to end happy, because who doesn't like a happy ending, right? Our map is taking place in medieval Europe instead of ancient Rome. I do feel like medieval Europe, it's a lot easier to work with, and it makes the story different, not as predictable. And yeah, so pretty much we are on a manor right now. Manor was like a little living occupation when we had the feudal system. It was owned by, I believe, a lord or a baron was what they were called, and these lords owned the place. They would manage the crops. Pretty much it worked like sharecropping, if anybody knows what that is. It's where, okay, I'm not a slave, I'm a peasant, and I will rent this land from the lord, and in exchange for a portion of my crops, I will give it to the lord, and then the rest I can sell and do whatever I want with. But it was just kind of a living standard in the feudal system. And that then brings us to our story. Our whole adventure map is focusing around the main character, Adam. Adam is a peasant farmer on, I believe, Eleanor Manor or something. Elden Ridge? I'm still trying to make a name for this manor. If you guys have any ideas, you can go ahead and comment them. But I think I'm going with Elden Ridge. Yeah, Elden Ridge Manor for the whole entire manor name. And so we're following the character Adam, and Adam is very charismatic, he's intelligent, and he is going to be the sole proprietor of this whole militia that forms. He's a lot like Spartacus, and I actually do have a little like 2-minute preview of what this map is going to be about. It does use cutscenes, which I'm super happy about, and I want to see what you guys think. So let's go into the cutscene. Here we go.
What do you mean you can't pay your taxes this season?
My lord, St. Anthony's fire has infected my fields.
I don't care what has happened. Your sole purpose in this world is to pay me every season.
I understand, my lord. It's just, whoever feasts upon this wheat will go insane. Not only that, they'll lose their limbs, if not their lives.
Don't you dare raise your tone with me, peasant. If you can't pay with your field crops, then I'll just have to take from your personal silo.
Aye, my lord.
Now, let's see what you have. Now, let's see here. 2, 4, 6. There's about 20 bales of wheat in here. Good gracious. I'll leave you with about 5 for the winter.
5? It's not even a quarter portion a day.
So what? I've seen armies live off less.
Can you not just spare me 5 more, my lord?
I am doing you a blessing already by not taking all of your wheat. Don't push your luck with me. Now, I have more important things to be doing. I will be back tomorrow afternoon to take what's mine.
Oh, cripes, it's midday already. I was supposed to be meeting Isabel at the old oak tree the other side of my wheat field. I must get there at once.
And that's a little preview of what we have of Lionheart so far. So that's the opening scene, that's the opening intro. I feel like it does a very, very good job at presenting the whole mood, the whole condescending tone of Lord Duval. Adams is very, "Oh, are you kidding me?" type of guy. And I think it does a pretty good job at setting up the story. I just want to say thank you to, of course, Sparks and CrazyMan47 from Accidental Games. If you weren't able to tell from that clip, Sparks is actually Lord Duval and Crazy Man is Adam. So they also do a lot of other characters in this map. Their voice acting is phenomenal. I can't thank them enough for doing this. And since we're already doing shoutouts, I just want to say that this map right here is a pre-built map by Lemon Fox. Lemon Fox does some phenomenal stuff. A lot of the structures that he does, or them, I think Lemon Fox is a group of people. They have a whole bunch of free builds that you're able to use, and that's pretty much been the basis of the map so far. A lot of things like these buildings were all built by them. And then I've just gone and edited them, but I also have a buddy, Stuffy, who's helping me out. So he's doing the majority of the building. I just have to lay out a lot of this stuff. And together, this whole team is doing a phenomenal job at making this map so far. So I'm very pleased with all of this, and yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. And just to clarify a little bit more, Lemon Fox did not build this map per se. Lemon Fox just built the structures and then the terrain itself. This is an empty terrain world, custom terrain, and I had to go ahead and plot out where everything is, place the buildings in and stuff. So I just wanted to clarify on that. This is a custom map built by me, of course, but they did help a lot. So my goal behind this adventure map is really just to make people who don't necessarily know command blocks, or even people that do know command blocks, just be like, oh my gosh, I had no idea this was possible. In vanilla Minecraft, are you sure this isn't modded? Like, I want people to think this is modded. In my opinion, that's the best compliment that anybody can ever give a command block build. But so pretty much a lot of the magic that we're doing is resource packs. We are definitely taking advantage of the diamond hoe. If I go here, you can see if I give myself a diamond hoe, just one of them, but it has a damage value of 9, that is going to be a coffin. So you see, let me try to toss it on the ground. It's going to be a coffin. And a lot of the times when you see custom blocks, like for instance the cross up here, that is just an armor stand. And on the armor stand's head, it's invisible, no gravity, all that jazz. It has this diamond toe on top of it. So that's how I'm creating all the custom models that you see. I am using BD Cubic Pro, best program in my opinion to make models. Super versatile, it's easy, it's cool to use. It does have a cost, but it's not that bad, so I'm very happy with it. So we have our cart right here, and if I can go into game mode 2, I really love the carts. Because with barrier blocks, I actually made a little collision box pretty much, so you can jump on top of the cart and you can look like you're in the cart, that kind of stuff. So I think it's really cool. I think it's awesome. Then what do we have next? We have the bell, which the bell isn't such an obvious one. The bell is actually up here inside the church tower. So if we set the time to night, time set, let's do 14,000. Okay, so you can see I put a little light up inside here too. If I go inside the bell, you might be able to see it. There's a torch right there. I just wanted this thing to glow up at night, and I think it does a really good job at signifying like, oh hey, I'm a bell. And so you already saw the cross up there. We also have a pedestal, which you can see like that. If we actually go inside the church, Isabel's right here. I know that's Lord Duval, and I was just using his model for Isabel for the time being, but we do have a new model for her. But we have the pedestal up here. It's awesome. Little small details like that, in my opinion, really make the map pop out and be vibrant. And then we do have our scarecrows like this. With their little face. Meh. The scarecrows are placed inside the field. I feel like they do a great job. I know you can do scarecrows with just blocks, but why not do it with models when we can, you know? So that's the scarecrows. Awesome job there. And then the way that we actually were making the characters move and stuff was the same way that we're doing all the other blocks, just they're on top of an armor stand's head. But we have two animations. We have the player standing still, and then we have the player walking. And I know it's jittery, but when the armor stand is actually being teleported and moved like that, it's actually a pretty fluid um, animation, and it's the best that we can do right now. So that's that. We do have a diamond hoe being retextured. Oh, I actually changed this place. Yeah, between the time of the clip and where we're at right now, I actually had Stuffy change this tree so it's more so an old oak tree. So when you're right here, you can clearly see like, oh hey, that old oak tree right there is definitely the place I need to go. And then we do have the coffin. If we go back here into the graveyard, you can see the coffin down here. Just little details that I feel like people are really going to enjoy when they do play this map. I believe I have a couple more items. Let me clear my inventory. Okay. So we should have so this is the Isabel character. She's not actually on anyone yet, but Isabel is Adam's girlfriend. She is pretty much the person that convinces Adam to do everything that he's doing, not because she's evil, but because she believes in Adam and what he can do. So that's Isabel standing up. That's Isabel walking. Same old, same old. I believe I have a couple more. Yep, we have the, oh man, I'm trying to remember the name of these plants. The crud. I can't remember the name of these plants, but you use it to make a poison, which I'll explain to you later. But that's the plants back there. We should have a couple bit more. Oh, my favorite, we have the poop. So that's a big old pile of poop that we use inside the barn. Let me set the time to day again so I can show you guys. I'm probably ranting a lot, but this will make sense the more I explain it. I'm just showing off the character models, but we have little piles of poop from the animals right in here. So that's cool. What else do we have? Oh, yes, this is the newest one that I made, I believe. This is a lobster pot, or like a crayfish cage. So the idea is I'm waiting for Stuffy to build this, but we do want to have like a little port right here. It's not going to have huge ships inside it. It's just going to have little small fishing ships and a dock that you can fish off of. But the idea is that you're going to catch a fish like this somehow using the lobster pot, and yeah, that's how that's going to work. Do I have anything else? Nope, the lobster pot's the last thing. So yeah, that's everything that we have for the resource pack. A really cool thing that I found out that you can do with resource packs is I believe in 1.8 they added the setting where you can stack items on top of each other, stack resource packs on top of each other. So we have my windmill pack, which has all my resource packs inside it. That's there, but we also have the Doku Craft. Alright, and when we take Doku Craft out of here, it's really cool because now all the models are still there, except they're not quite as colored as they are inside the Doku Craft pack. So yeah, I think it's cool. You can really see it on the scarecrows, how it's a different pumpkin head, different wool texture, a different hay texture. So that's that. I think that's an awesome feature that you can do with resource packs and everything. As far as building them goes. So yeah, that's that. Oh, also one last thing with the windmill. I'm sure you guys want to know how the windmill works. So pretty much it's an armor stand and it's wearing a jukebox on its head. Let me give at P jukebox. There we go. So you can see that we have a jukebox. It's huge. So as you can see, we have a jukebox right here. I believe I'm going to make a tutorial on this. I'll make it a separate video, but I'll show you guys how to make windmill turbines like this. So we have a jukebox. The reason why I chose to make it a jukebox instead of an item is just because of the way it's oriented, and blocks are actually larger than items on armor stands heads. So just for the sake of scaling and stuff, I chose to go with jukebox. But yeah, and then we have all these command blocks right here. This windmill's turning isn't necessary, but what I'm doing is I'm updating the pose of the, oh my bad, the items on the arm, it's not on the head, but the jukebox, I'm rotating the rotation of the arm for all 360 degrees, and that's just on a clock, and that's how we have it here. So, yep, that's that. But sadly, that's pretty much it for this episode. I just wanted to catch you guys up on what I've been doing. I do have a lot more progress, which I will show you guys next episode. I want to keep these episodes around 15 minutes long. It's a good size for me to show you what I'm doing and then to work with you too. Next episode, we will continue working and I'll show you the whole work process of how I do it. So if you enjoyed, please go ahead, hit that like button. If you're happy that this series is back, hooray. I'm sorry I'm not working on MC Party anymore, and I do have a new microphone. It's not good. I know it's not good. I'll expand upon it more when I have more time. But, yeah. I know about the mic. But anyways, yeah, if you enjoyed, go ahead, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And any ideas, comments, you just want to say hey, go ahead, comment down in the comments. Alright, well, peace.